Welcome, beautiful souls. I'm just going to do a quick energy check-in as I didn't get a chance to do the weekly energy forecast this week. So these are going to be timeless messages, although really messages are always timeless, but we're just going to call this one a timeless energy check-in. We're going to check in with the current energies, but any messages that you come across at any time with this, take them if they resonate, leave them if they don't. But we'll get stuck into it. We do have a new moon in the sign of Virgo tomorrow. So on the 14th. So I hope that you guys all have a very blessed new moon and enjoy the energies. The energies are a little back and forth, I feel. But again, it's just dependent on each individual and with where you are. So let's chat right now about the energy check-in. Let's get some messages. Now, if you are interested, by the way, in my membership, I have a membership for women within my mystery school, within the Into the Fire mystery school. And this membership is a month-to-month subscription that includes an array of many different things like full moon workshops. We're doing women's circles in there as well. There is shadow work, there's learning intuitive development, there is Zoom lives that we do, learning about a bunch of different topics. I'm actually doing one tomorrow with my members on manifestation. So we just have a lot in there, and there's a beautiful sisterhood element as well. So if you are interested in that, you can just check the description box below. If you're watching via YouTube, that'll be on the link will be there. Otherwise, if you're on Instagram, you can just head to the link in my bio, or otherwise to intothefiremysteryschool.com. Hi Cara, how are you? I'm literally just getting started. I'm just hopping on here just to pull some cards and get some messages. Okay. Okay, the first thing that I'm hearing is what makes you happy. And I'm getting this sense here of there is either a call that you have been feeling like an inner call to move in a new direction, or you are literally kind of like life has forced you a hand or given you a hand that has forced you to move in a new direction. What is coming through here though is what's going to make you happy? What's going to bring in emotional fulfillment for you? What kind of people do you surround yourself with as well? Have a look at the closest people to you. I guess you call it your VIP. Those are the closest to you. Have a look at those relationships, those connections. And sometimes we need to do a little bit of a weeding out within the people that are that close to us. So that's just a little message coming through there that resonates. Take it. But moving in this new direction, it's about asking yourself what makes you happy. So connecting to your emotions as well. Don't suppress your emotions. If you're feeling a little conflicted, like any sort of inner conflict about moving in a new direction, because this could possibly require you to, leave a situation, leave a person, or it just might even require you to go down a deeper journey of, self-discovery and transformation. And that can feel a little scary because it's there's so much uncertainty with what's on the other side of that. And so the message here is to connect to those beautiful emotions, your heart, okay, your intuition. Spend some time in solitude. You can journal, you can meditate, you can just sit there and with a cup of tea and just let the thoughts come in, okay? And just maybe sometimes some people find that they don't necessarily like journaling, but they will sit there and they will talk out loud to themselves about their feelings, and they find that's a really good way to help them process what they're going through. So whatever way works for you, but by connecting to your emotions, you're going to be able to discover, okay, well, what's going to make me happy? At the end of the day, what is going to make me happy? What's going to bring in my 10 of Cups entire energy, that emotional fulfillment? So there we go. Could even be, it's just coming through, okay, just coming through, but you and another are looking at the possibility of actually expanding your family. So whether this is, a commitment where you expand your family in the form of children, or in other ways too, but specifically I'm picking up here with children. This could be that it's be the first child, it could be that it could be having another one. That is coming through, which is interesting. I don't normally get messages like that, but that's showing up here. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. Okay, so star ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. So just like I said, connecting to the self, to the heart, to the intuition. And for some of you that I did mention before with moving a new direction, it might even be like an inner calling that you have. And so this is, again, follow the voice of your soul, like listen to that. Listen to that voice. Follow its little intuitive nudges, its little intuitive hits. When you just follow one thing that seems really small, most of the time it ends up leading to something much bigger. Okay, it's like it leads you here, then it leads you here, then it leads you here, then all of a sudden it leads you to this big thing. So continue just to really listen, follow your soul's calling. Okay, and sometimes that soul calling is calling us to step away and move away from certain people, situations, and things. Shift your perception here as well. Okay, so if you have like any sort of, again with the connecting with your emotions, if you have any sort of fear or concern or worry or stress about this situation, it's having a look at how you can shift your perspective on it. Okay, and that might be like, okay, but if I'm being called here and I'm going here, that's causing me to feel anxious and sad because I'm going to have to leave this behind. Okay, or like whatever that represents. And it's asking you to shift your perspective on that. Well, of course, you can grieve that, you can let that go, but then at the same time, it's like, look at what you get to create. Look at this brand new. It can even be that things have just been taken almost. I don't want to say, hey, Georgia, how you going? I don't want to say like taken, but it's like things have happened out of your control that are leaving your life or have left your life. And maybe it's not something you necessarily wanted, but here it is, it's happened. And Spirit's like, just shift your perspective now, move your focus to the bigger picture, to the new that you can create, that you can literally create for yourself. Okay, I'm gonna get some tarot. Again, with connecting to your emotions and going in the direction that feels good for you, that's going to bring you towards that 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment energy. We have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is an individual who feels a lot of things. Tends to be very emotionally mature. And you see here, it's like he has his cup and he's also got his telescope there, okay, and it's taking like a closer look into the water surrounding him, which represents emotions, taking a deeper look into those emotions, into the inner world, into what he's feeling and experiencing, and then making decisions from there, from a very like emotionally mature space and place, because that is literally the King of Cups there. I just saw the Page of Cups in my mind. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Page of Cups, 2 nines here, indicating to me that we are ending, or you are nearing the end of a cycle. Something is in the process of concluding, of coming to a completion. This could be anything, by the way, but that's indicating this here. After a stressful period, a stressful time, or even a time of just feeling like a little sad, feeling possibly a little bit depressed, things like that. The sun is coming back up. That's what it feels like. It's coming back up. And you're coming out of this period, because this is two very different energies here, right? The Nine of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. You're coming out of this period, if you have a look at this individual here, and you're moving into this. Very, very, very different energies here. Very, very, very different energies. So the Nine of Swords can represent stress, anxieties. Like I mentioned before, it can represent things like depression, but it can represent not sleeping well. Maybe your sleep schedule's been really off, and it's having a look at how you can bring that back into more of a balanced state if you can, okay? But after a very stressful period or a time that has felt a little heavy, the sun, it's coming up again, and you're going to come into this beautiful, abundant energy of the Nine of Pentacles, which represents independence. It represents, like I said, abundance, things coming into fulfillment. It represents like all your hard work paying off, and hard work can also be the inner work that we do, okay? It can be all of that healing, and then like reaping the rewards of that. And it can also be reaping the rewards of the hard work we have done with a project, or maybe even within a relationship, okay, as in two people really putting in the work, and it's coming into a beautiful time of abundance. Yeah, just as you might need to just spend a little bit of time here. Maybe not, maybe you do. It's going to, again, be dependent, so just take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. And then I think there's going to be like a perspective shift that's going to help you then come into this energy, okay? And with this energy follows then from there is the Page of Cups. And this is a beautiful time of creativity, of new ideas, of a spark of a new idea, but it's just, it hasn't even been put on paper yet. It's like he's got his canvas here, but he hasn't started painting yet. So it's like he's got the idea, he's got the maybe the proposed project, or like whatever this very new little like baby idea is, and then he's yet to like create it. So this can even be just a beautiful time right now of, as you come out of that period of maybe of that Nine of Swords energy, right? And then moving into this beautiful Nine of Pentacles energy. And you see here that she's resting as well. She's just enjoying a book, a glass of wine. She's resting, enjoying the sunshine. And then this is where she's receiving all the ideas. It's like when I'm resting, I get a lot of great ideas. Or when I'm doing something really mundane, like washing the dishes, I get so many ideas coming in. And so when she's in this beautiful energy of just really taking care of herself, nurturing herself, and enjoying her own company, this is where she's open, like fully open, and receiving information that she needs, which again can be the call from her soul. And the call from her soul can even be like an idea, a project, a spark of something. And then now it's up to her of how she's going to create that in the co-collaboration with the soul, with the intuition, and then with the connecting to the emotions too. Okay, all right, let's see what else comes here. We have the Chariot. So you could be at a crossroads, and this could be causing you some stress. But the answer here is the connecting to the emotions. You make a very emotionally mature decision, or at least from that place, and listen to the voice of your soul, okay? Listen to the voice of your soul. This can also just represent like not letting your emotions get the best of you. So don't allow this to get the best of you, or this to like take over. It's not about pushing it down and ignoring it. We don't want to do that, but we don't want to sit in it for too long. It's like sit in it, process it, up we go again, okay? And of course, if during the processing time, if you need some external help with that, then by all means, you can reach out for that. But just don't stay there. When we stay there, then, and this can be because of the inner conflict as well. If you're in a period of it's like, do I stay, do I go? I am hearing that, do I stay, do I go? This could be a relationship, this could be work, this could be a house that you're in, like so many things. Do I stay or do I go? Or it's like, do I go this direction or do I go that direction? And she looks a little confused, this Chariot here. It's a very different depiction to compared to the traditional tarot, okay? So she's confused. She doesn't know which way to go. But she's got her little sidekick here. You see her little cat? It's like her little sidekick, and that could be the representation of like the intuition, the psychic abilities, because cats are always connected to that. They're very esoteric beings. So again, just tap in and listen to the soul. I know this is something that I say so much, and I know so many people struggle with this. I get that. how do you get closer to hearing that whisper? Is getting closer to yourself. So build the relationship with yourself. That is like the most important relationship and connection you'll ever have in your life. I tell this to my daughters all the time. It's the most important connection and relationship in your life you will ever have. So nurture it. Get to know yourself to the core. When we do this, this is when our intuition gets louder and stronger. It's not that it shouts, it's just that we hear it more. It's like here it was here before, so we can't quite hear it, but then through the deeper connection with ourselves, it's all of a sudden here and we can really hear it. And we can also, because we have that strong relationship with ourselves, we trust ourselves. Therefore, we can trust that the choices and the decisions that we make that we feel are going to bring in our emotional fulfillment, we trust that. And so because we trust ourselves, then we make those decisions that bring us to that emotional fulfillment, that 10 of Cups energy. Okay. If you need to create a strategy, a plan around this, okay, to help yourself make this decision, or once you do make the decision but you're unsure how to do it, if you need to make a strategy, go ahead and do that. Just as long as you take action with it, okay? It's like that King of Wands energy here. You can see he's like making a plan, but he's also has that confidence and that self-belief that he can execute it, that he's got it, that he'll be absolutely fine. Okay, is there any other tarot spirit? I don't think so. I think we're just going to grab a couple of oracles. I have my eye on like 3 different decks at the moment, and I'm trying so hard not to purchase them. I'm trying so hard. One's like a pre-order too, and I'm like, I really, really, really want that deck. And I'm trying my hardest not to add more to my collection, but we'll see. See me next month, because I guarantee you I'll probably have new decks. Okay. Beautiful. We have Sage. Be devoted and committed. Be devoted and committed to your soul's calling. Be devoted and committed to your mission, your purpose, and whatever that is, okay? And it doesn't have to be in the way that I think that we see a lot on the online about, or within the spiritual world about. But be devoted and committed to yourself. That's the biggest message coming through here. But then also be devoted and committed to your projects, to your work, to the things that set your soul on fire, to the connections that support you, to your relationship that is a beautiful container. Or maybe you're going through a little bit of a bump in the road at the moment with somebody. It's like, okay, well, be devoted and committed to the repair of the relationship, if of course it's in your best interest to do that. So at the end of the day, being devoted and committed to yourself is the foundation of everything else. Okay, it's the foundation of everything else. Some of you could be seeking out like a mentor, though. I am getting this. If that's you, you're resonating with that. It's about connecting with someone's energy. So rather than, oh, it's because they've done A, B, and C, it's more about, how do I feel with this person's energy? How does their energy interact with mine? Or how do I feel when I watch this person, you know, whether it's on, they've got some sort of video or content or something, whatever it is, or when you're in, maybe it's someone in person, and it's just allowing, like, listening to the cues of your body, how your body is responding to somebody's energy, okay? That's how you will know. That's how you will know if it's the right fit or not. Because you could be making that decision. That could be, do I go and work with this mentor, or this coach, or this coach, this program or this program, this mastermind or this mastermind. It's like, what feels good for you? What, like, how does your body react? How does your energy react to either one that you're thinking of joining, right? Anytime that I have worked with a coach, a mentor, or have been in a container for healing, or even worked just with a healer, it's always with someone whose energy I completely trusted as being very pure, very integrated, very in a lot of integrity. And because of that, and listening to that, and allowing my body to like to really listen to my body, my intuition with that. I've never gone wrong with it. So that's just a little something there that's coming through. It's probably going to be like for one person. Okay, anything else? Yeah, let's end it with this one, the Everyday Witch. So the Tarot deck I was using is the Everyday Witch Tarot, and this is the Everyday Witch Oracle. It's just like cute. These cute decks with like really sweet energy. Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. What a perfect like message to get on the eve, and it's on the eve here anyway in Australia, of the new moon in Virgo that we have tomorrow on the 14th. So follow your dreams. Again, this person like looks half ready to go, but like half not, and that's that little bit of apprehension there, and that's okay, but face that fear and go anyway. And of course it's coming from a very grounded place and not a place of like overflow of emotions that then we can end up making decisions and choices that aren't necessarily the best for us and would have been best had we just waited for a moment and what's the word I'm looking for, like maybe being a bit more grounded. But what I'm getting here is the follow your dreams, the follow the voice of your soul here as well with this particular card, and with everything else that's come through. At the end of the day, whatever this represents for you, okay, listen to that beautiful soul of yours and move towards what makes you happy. That was the first thing that came through at the very beginning of this video, is what makes you happy, what will make you happy. And it's not about who can make you happy, it's more about what life direction, life path, career, relationship, whatever it is that I'm going to feel emotionally fulfilled with. But also understanding and knowing that true happiness starts here. That's where it is. But of course we have beautiful things outside of us that contribute more to that happiness. That's why there was also that message about just being mindful of who has very close access to you, and some of you might really need to be reevaluating that, or just taking a closer look, some inventory I keep hearing, but to have a look at that. But there's this, just the beautiful energy here at the end of the day with this message is move towards your happiness, okay? And towards the things that bring you joy and that are going to bring you more joy, while obviously understanding that that starts in here. And then we, and when we are feeling that way too, we tend to attract more of that towards us as well. So just keep that in mind with like a very like magnetic energy, which just starts from an inner glow. Okay. All right, beautiful souls. Thank you for those who joined the live, and thank you for those who are watching the replay. If you are over on my YouTube, please like this video if you enjoyed it. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. If you are watching via Instagram, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. It does help. And feel free to share it, by the way, if anyone that might resonate with this, or share it to your stories. You can feel free to tag me. I send you guys so much love. And again, if you're interested in that membership, just hit the link below if you're on YouTube, or head to intothefiremysteryschool.com, or the link in my bio in Instagram. All right, guys, bye.